Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gerard, Witch of Earth's Curious Goods, and today, my earthy people, I'm going to show you how to do a tin foil spell. So if this sounds interesting to you, keep on watching, and without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so before we begin, I just want to briefly go over tin foil, which is really aluminum. So aluminum foil is the name that you'll find in the stores. So get your hands on that. Super cheap. You get a whole roll. You'll cut it into squares. With aluminum, it is associated with transmutation, mutable, change, good for conductivity of energy, okay? And we're going to be using magical energy, so why not do that, right? It's also connected to prosperity, really good at opportunities, opening roads. It's good for abundance, things of that nature, okay? And that's why we're using aluminum foil, okay? Which is another name we like to call tin foil. Do you have some tin foil? But it's really aluminum foil. Over time, it's been synonymous. Now, I don't want you to get mixed up. Aluminum foil is not tin, okay? There's no tin in aluminum foil. That's a whole nother type of metal that is associated with other magical properties. Today, we're strictly using aluminum foil, okay? I'm going to show you two spells so you can choose. So I have two pieces of aluminum foil. I just cut it into squares, okay? So I'm going to start off with the first spell. And the first spell is to attract abundance and prosperity, what the properties of this tin embodies. So we are going to bring abundance and money and all the good things to yourself or to a loved one. So all we're going to need is a square piece of tin foil, permanent marker. These are optional items, which is Crown of Success oil. I'm also going to be using road opener oil. Links will be down in the description box if you don't have it or you can't get your hands on it. But once again, if you can't get it, can't afford it, all the good stuff, you don't need it. You can just omit it, make the magic your own, okay? What I would highly recommend, though, is to use actual cinnamon. Try to get your hands on that. I'll leave that in the description box as well. And for me, I'm going to be using green aventurine crystal, okay? Now, you can use any crystal that resonates with you. I resonate with green aventurine. It's green. It relates to money, prosperity, abundance, all the things that I like. Okay, green can also be associated with luck and opportunities and so forth. So it's such a great crystal to work with. Oh yes, and if you can get your hands on some star anise, I would recommend it. Great for power. It's great for prosperity as well, bringing in abundance, but you can also make that optional. Like I said, the cinnamon, it's speed, it's prosperity, it's related to money, so just using cinnamon is okay. But I would take it to the next level and use star anise if you can. If not, leave it out. All you need is cinnamon and your tin foil permanent marker, okay? Next, you're just going to write your first and last name 3 times onto the tin foil, okay? And I'm writing it on the shiny side, okay? Versus the dull side. So the shiny side is the side that you're going to write this on, okay? Back also used to help make mirrors because, of course, the reflective surface of it. So you can imagine we want to reflect all that goodness onto yourself. So hopefully you can see that, but it's my first and last name 3 times, okay? Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it clockwise, and I'm going to write over myself again 3 times my first and last name. Okay, so I wrote over it again. All right, so now you're going to turn it one more time clockwise and write your first and last name. Now, it's okay if it starts getting a little jumbled and you're like, oh my gosh, it doesn't look good. It doesn't have to look good. Just make sure to do these motions, okay? 3 times. 3 is a very magical number. In tarot, it's associated with the Empress. The Empress also helps with manifestation. 3 is with the Trinity, so it's also a number that resonates with me personally. If 3 doesn't resonate with you, you can write your name as many times as possible, maybe 7, maybe 2, maybe 1, whatever resonates. But for me, I found that this spell works really good with 3, so I am sticking to what works. But once again, make the magic your own. Okay, so at the end, it may look like a jumbled mess, but you know the motions that you did, okay? Clockwise, we're turning it clockwise to bring in. You're obviously putting your name on there because you are the subject. If it's someone else, your loved one, obviously you're gonna put their first and last name on there, okay? Now all you're gonna do is take your cinnamon and you're gonna sprinkle that over your name, okay? Now the optional stuff, I'm going to be using road opener oil. I'm going to put 3 drops of that. Okay, I'm also going to be doing Crown of Success oil. 3 drops of that. Oop, a little bit more. Perfect. Okay. Take your star anise, put that in the middle. Green aventurine. Okay, before you do that, you're just going to hold it between your 2 hands. You're gonna rub it, okay? You're gonna rub it, and when I say rub it, like rub it as in like you're trying to do friction. At the same time, you're gonna think of what you would like this crystal to bring towards you, right? So I'm thinking of opportunities, abundance, doors opening for me, things working out, money, all the things that you want attracted to the person or to yourself. You're just going to keep rubbing it until you have that complete. If you can't visualize or you don't really know, you're going to just say it out loud, okay? When you've got that done, you're just going to place that in the middle too. All right, so you have all of it. So now let's seal this up, okay? You have a square, so in each of those sides, you are going to draw the pentacle, okay? And the pentacle is a circle with a star in the middle, okay? I'm going to turn it clockwise, do it again. And the pentacle helps unify magic. It brings in the 4 elements. It helps manifest magic on this plane, so that's why we're using the pentacle, okay? All right. So hopefully I can bring that up a little bit so you guys can see that. Hopefully it shows on the camera, but I've got pentacles on the 4 sides, okay, of the square, okay? Now all you're gonna do is wrap it up like a little present. So you're gonna bring the 4 corners together to wrap it up like a little present. That's it, and you can squish it all together, make it easier and compact. Ta-da! So it's like a little pouch, like a little, I don't know, ball of foil. So the reflective side, so now all of that is now reflecting back onto the subject, which is yourself, or to the loved one, okay? The crystal's also going to help draw in those energies, and imagine it's just one big swirl happening over and over. Now, me personally, I like to keep this near, so I'll put it in by where I work, or a good place is also like under your bed. Some witches will carry it around with them. You can put it in your purse, so if it can fit in a wallet. I did find that this doesn't work very well in a wallet, so I don't carry it in my wallet. Also, I don't carry it in my pocket anymore just because the cinnamon started like coming out and, you know, doing laundry and stuff. It's not very fun, so I don't recommend that, but places somewhere near you where you will interact with it. Under your bed is really good. Maybe it's an office area. You can keep it in a drawer. Maybe at work, you know, you're at your desk all the time, so just keep this near so it can just keep bringing that goodness near you and to you, okay? So that's the first spell, and I'll bring you back for the second spell. Now time for the second spell. The second spell is to hex, to stop, to basically give that energy back to the person that is causing trouble, that is causing harm. Maybe it's a particular business. So you're going to use a square tin foil. And of course, all I did was take the big tin foil and just cut into a square. If you're wondering where I'm getting the tin foil square, you just get your hands on aluminum foil, and there you go. So you're going to take your aluminum foil, which is a square, okay, or tin foil. We like to call it tin foil, but it's aluminum foil. And you are going to write the person that is doing wrong or the business that's doing wrong on here 3 times. So I'm just going to do John Doe, since I'm not doing it on anyone. John Doe and John Doe. Then you're just going to take your marker and you're going to put a big X over it, okay? Now you're also going to need some red hot chili pepper, chili powder. If you have vanishing powder, even better, but we're going to take some chili powder and you're going to sprinkle it onto the name. Okay. We're also going to use poppy seeds because poppy seeds can also hex and banish as well as heal. But today the properties are going to go with the chili peppers to hex. Okay. The purpose of this spell is dependent upon you, okay? As you're doing this, you're going to think what you want. So maybe this person has escaped the truth. They're a chronic liar and they're just always lying to everyone and destroying people's lives. So all I'm going to do in the 4 corners is just put truth. Or you could put justice or banish or bind. But in the 4 sides of this square, you're just going to write what you want reflected back to this person. So we're going to do the truth. So I'm just going to write truth. You're going to turn it counterclockwise because we want to make it go away. So we're just writing truth, counterclockwise, truth, counterclockwise, truth. Perfect. And once again, you're just going to write the word that you want reflected back onto this person. So you're going to banish or bind, something of that nature. Okay? Now all you're going to do is wrap it up, bring the corners up like a little present. Okay, so it's all wrapped up. Then you're going to need a candle, okay? A red candle. We're using red because we want fiery energy. It's connected to the element fire. We are causing this person to transmute, to change based upon the words that you use. So I want truth to reflect back onto this person, okay? So onto the candle, you're going to write 3 times their name. Okay? And then you're going to turn the candle counterclockwise and write the word again that you wrote onto the aluminum foil here. You're going to also write it on here. I'm just going to do truth 3 times. Perfect, okay? Now, you're going to want to do this on a heat-proof safe dish or an area on it. Then you're just going to place the candle onto it. You're going to light it, let it burn all the way down so the wax should seep all over on this. I'm not doing the spell, so I'm not going to complete it because Lord knows, poor John Doe is probably getting affected by so many spells these days, at least for me. But after it all burns down, you should get the aluminum foil mixed in with some wax, okay? And you're just going to put this in a safe place away from prying eyes so no one can come across it. Only you know where it is, okay? Until it manifests, okay? After that, you would discard like regular. I have a pot in my garden with soil that's dedicated to magic, and I always bury it into that pot, that garden area, okay? But just discard it like regular once the spell manifests, giving thanks. But you're gonna keep it safe until then. Okay, till the hex is done. So with this hex, for instance, it would be this person would receive the truth will come to light, they can only speak the truth, okay? Maybe if you did banishing, it would banish all things from their life and themselves, okay? Maybe you want them gone. Binding, maybe you'll bind everything that is associated with them or bind them in general. Maybe they're trying to do harm or cause issues. Well, that's it. So I hope you liked today's spell. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share. Let the magic roam the earth as well. And if you're new around here, hi, thanks for watching. And if you like this content and this type of stuff, think about subscribing. Press that button. And until then, stay earthy, stay magical. Bye for now.